Hi everybody, this is Jamal from Mazda of Brampton, here to introduce to you the 2026 CX-5. It is the car that everybody's been waiting for. It's the most popular Mazda since 2017, and we're pretty sure this is going to be the most popular Mazda moving forward. What we're going to do, we'll walk around the outside of the car. There's a bunch of new changes. We'll go over the inside of the car where everything has changed, including a new interface. It's a Google built-in, which we'll go over. And then we'll go for a quick spin and show you the vehicle dynamics of it. The front of the new CX-5 is all new. The fascia is completely changed. It's a little bit wider, a little more aggressive, obviously. They've got a frosted chrome finish at the front, which looks fantastic in my opinion. The headlights have gotten a brand new treatment to get it in line with the new Mazda philosophy. Much brighter LEDs at the front, comes all the way down. Obviously, we have the signature Mazda grille here, but now for the GS model, you get the parking sensors for the front and rear, which is a huge bonus, and it works really well with the interior of the car and the new display. Coming around the side of the vehicle, we've raised the height of the vehicle also over here, which allows it to be dampened differently and makes it much more comfortable and quieter ride. The CX-5 was already quiet from the get-go. It's gotten even more quieter now. It's more comfortable, and you barely get any NVH coming inside the cabin. Rims are a brand new treatment. Standard 19-inch rims on this vehicle and all-season tires. Obviously all-wheel drive still with 9 clutches for the all-wheel drive system. Around the back, everything has changed. Bigger window at the back. Mazda emblem, there's no badge anymore. We're using this new Mazda treatment where we spell it out. I think it looks fantastic. It gives it a more modern edge and gets in line with what's happening with the competition now, obviously. New taillight treatment to go along with what's happening at the front. LEDs all around, and they show fantastic when they light up, which I will demonstrate right now. It looks absolutely incredible when it lights up. I'll pop the trunk. As you can see, larger trunk in here, significantly squared out, makes it easier to get things in and out. Of course, we still give the spare tire underneath and all the tools. You don't need it because you get 3 years roadside assistance, unlimited mileage anywhere in the country, of course, but we still offer this. Coming around this side, you can see that roof rails now are piano black, are a standard across the board. Okay, you just need roof rails across it should you want additional storage. Stepping into the 2026 CX-5, you guys will notice a massive difference. Everything has changed, from the way everything is laid out to the size of just the windows, the roof from where your head is located. Everything has been changed. The entire architecture in this vehicle has been changed, and it's all new. Coming right over to the seats, it's a new seat design. For the GS, you get the leatherette on the outside with a fabric insert. Obviously, when you look at the GT Panel and the GT Premium, you will get a full leather interior, and you have a couple of color choices in those options also. You can option these with a black and white interior, which is very cool. It's one of my favorite features, actually. The seat is polyurethane now, so they're firm, but they're extremely comfortable. So long drives are much, much easier now compared to the outgoing model. Coming around to the center console, everything is new, everything's cleaned out, everything's much easier to access. You can put much larger cups here because everybody wants a large cup these days for their water or their juice or what have you. And this will accommodate that all the way up to the top. The wireless charger has now been moved in a much more usable area. Hides the phone, keeps it out of the way because you're going to be focused on this large screen that we're going to go into next. The steering wheel is all new. In fact, the only things on the steering wheel that have been taken from the outgoing model are the stalks on the side, which are for your wipers and your headlights and taillights. Everything else is brand new on the inside, right down to the emblem. We're using the new Mazda emblem over here, which is the Mazda writing. On each side of the steering wheel, you'll see a pad that flanks both stalks, and you push it down and it operates each function independently, and they're marked accordingly. So on the one side, on the left side, you obviously have your volume controls. At the bottom, you have the Google interface. And then this one, what we used to have in the outgoing model, which was the radar cruise control, we've done that, and we've kind of put that on steroids. So this is now going to show you a very Tesla-esque display where it shows you all the cars coming at you and all different shapes and sizes. It can differentiate between a vehicle and a van and a truck and what have you. So it's very cool. I would recommend not looking at this because it's actually happening in front of you. For safety reasons, I have to say that, but it is very cool to look at. So, on the other side, of course, you have your My Drive functions, and then once again, right beside that, you have your radar cruise control, which works like it did in the outgoing model, which was fantastic. So I changed something that already works really well. Coming over to the main feature of the interior, which everybody has been talking about, which is the screen. But this is like the brain of the car. It is built around Google built-in, which controls all aspects of the vehicle. Okay, so I'll give you guys an example of how the screen works and how easy it is to operate. So watch this. Lower the temperature to 18 degrees.
Sure, changing the temperature for the front to 18 degrees.
And there you go. Because it's Google built-in, of course, it comes with a whole suite of apps. You can see them here. Obviously, FM, AM, Bluetooth, both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are on the fly, and they're wireless now. It's got the Play Store also, which you can download additional apps, and YouTube, which can be used when the car is stopped. You can't use them when you're driving, obviously. Outside of that, got a beautiful display for the maps, and it's running native on Google Maps because it's Google built-in once again, and you tell it what you want and it'll take you wherever, and it'll take you to the necessary coordinates as you decide to. It's got a full vehicle dynamics section where you can see, you can obviously see sport, off-road, and normal in real time. And it's a beautiful thing which will show you, whatever the vehicle is doing. So if I signal in that direction, you can actually see that happening in real time. And then also you get real-time safety, what's active, how it's working, if it's available or if it's not available, turning it on and off very quickly and on the fly as you need to. Okay, driving position can be adjusted directly through here also, and you can save these driving positions. You can recall them as you need to based on the key. So depending on which driver has the key, there are 2 keys that come with every new vehicle, obviously, of course, and whoever has whichever key can be correlated with whichever driving position you'd like. Coming to the back of the 26 CX-5, hallelujah. It's all bigger. It's what everyone asked for years, and Mazda listened and they answered accordingly. Everything is bigger. You'll see me step in. I was just sitting in the front momentarily for a little bit ago, and you can see how much room I have back here. I'm about 5'8", 5'9" on a good day, and you can kind of see how much room I have in front of me, how comfortable everything is, and not just the rear leg room, but you can actually see how much space I have from my head to the top of the ceiling over here. So very roomy vehicle, big windows all around. It doesn't have that slant that the old one did, how the rear window would come up a little bit. It's squared out, it's much bigger, it's much more usable. And actually, if you have children back here, they do come with the new ISOFlex anchors, which are easy to pop out. Okay, so you don't have to dig down and look for where the anchors are on child seat. And given the child seat, given children sitting in the back of this vehicle, of course, because the windows are bigger, it's psychologically better for them also to be back here because they get to see the outside also, which is great. All right, guys, so we're driving the 26 CX-5 GS here. Once again, 2.5 liter engine, 6-speed automatic transmission, and supremely comfortable, supremely quiet. You guys can probably hear me because the NVH levels are next to nothing in here. That is because of the increased ride height, along with the new dampening that they've done in the suspension side of things. So makes for a much more pleasant experience. Not saying that the old one wasn't anything great, it was fantastic, but it's just you build on that and you get it, you learn over the years and you make it a little bit better, of course, right? Which this one is of course. The screen is positioned perfectly, it doesn't hinder my visibility out. But quick glance will tell me what's going on. And then I have obviously the heads-up display in front of me, which I don't know if it's showing on camera, but it's giving me the speed readout and everything. People that are familiar with the CX-5 will know that this was offered on the higher models, typically GTs and up. In fact, on every other Mazda except this, it's offered only on the GT models and above. This is the only vehicle where we offer it on a GS. Which I think is great. Tech like this and toys like this should be available at a lower price range. I will always champion something like that. So on to a road, but the speed limit that's a little bit higher. And just to give you an idea, it picks up at cruise speed a lot quickly as usual. But it is very quiet in here. Once again, you can hear me perfectly well. It's just a very composed vehicle, very comfortable vehicle to do long drives in, or just your usual errand running. It's just a great, quiet, comfortable place to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed that brief overview of the 2026 CX-5. We have inventory here for all models, so feel free to come by and check us out at Mazda of Brampton, and we'd be happy to help you.